describe this, but are you able to get like within 100 or 200 yards of like that rock crevice that y'all thought was...
We hiked down to it.
And can you get like a camera with a special lens and just set it to record during the daylight or twilight hours so you get maybe some...
Yeah, we sure could. Our emphasis is to get close enough to actually really film these things for hours and hours and hours.
Yes.
And they will not necessarily have one home for a lifetime.
Right.
They move about, they're nomadic. Not necessarily nomadic as in they'll move to a whole different area, but they can easily go to a different spot nearby. And it's very, very difficult to predict where they're going to be. I think we just completely lucked out with, and well, God's blessing us that we even found rock outcroppings that were exactly what we predicted may happen, where a creature was in there. It came out exactly when we were expecting it to come out at dusk or shortly thereafter and be lit up. It didn't have to light up for us. Lit up and it's just, I'm telling you, God must be in on this.
Yes.
But at the same time, we are at a standstill. If you want to pray for us, pray that we'll find a way to legally and ethically capture this creature, get it in an enclosure. If it can handle captivity, that we can really allow it to thrive with all that it needs. Someone like Jane taking care of it. And if it can't survive in captivity, that we put a tracking device, we recognize that early, and then we put a tracking device on it, and let's find out where this thing goes, where it lives. Let's just track it like they do dolphins and whales all over the world.
Yeah. Okay. We'll conclude with that thought with this caveat. Dr. William Fife, former head of the entire biology department, University of or Texas A&M University, he was a believer. And he was very excited about this research. He's now deceased. So he talked with his colleagues and he said, the biology department here wants you to succeed. Remember I told you this morning that I hold a permit from Dr. Perkins, he may be deceased now, U.S. Department of Agriculture, to import 4 of these or 4 eggs. So how can you get a permit to bring in pterodactyls? He said, they're not on the endangered species list. That was his answer. And that's correct. He said, I'll give you the permit. And so the permit is probably expired now. Anyhow, one of the departments at Texas A&M University, College Station, wanted to incubate them and study them there for us. And they wanted to foot the bill. But there are 2 reasons we didn't follow through with that. Number 1, they're smarter than we are. We couldn't capture them. Right, buddy? Number 2, if we ever loaned them to them, we'd never get them back. That's the nature of the game.
Yeah.
Let's close in a word of prayer today because this has been so exciting. I'm going to ask Bob Summers to come lead us in prayer. He was there. I know he was there because he personally handled a great snake in the water. And lived to tell about it.
Wow.
But that's another story. Buddy, would you come stand and just close us in prayer, please?
Was that one live?
If that one's live.
Okay. Yeah. And Carl wouldn't let me bring it home. The snake.